Now, as you might also remember, those lies about Dominion spread like wildfire on Donald Trump's favorite cable news channel.
This crazy person came from inside the house. What kind of behavior? She's acting like such a child. Matt Gaetz just asked her out on a date.
Remember when Dominion was the bad guy in Trump's election soap opera? Well, grab your popcorn, folks, because the tables have turned faster than MTG can say rigged. Dominion's not playing defense anymore. They're suiting up and taking names. And guess who's in their crosshairs? None other than our favorite conspiracy theory peddler, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Looks like MTG's been running her mouth again, claiming Dominion's machines are playing flip the vote in Georgia. But Dominion's not having it. They've gone from being Trump's punching bag to the new sheriff in town, ready to slap a lawsuit on anyone who looks at their voting machines funny. It's like watching the nerdy kid in high school suddenly become the school's tough guy. Unexpected, but oddly satisfying. Remember when Dominion was the villain in Trump's election soap opera? Well, those days are long gone, my friends. Our favorite voting machine company went from being the poster child for election fraud to the new tough guy on the block. It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly if that butterfly had a team of lawyers and a taste for revenge. So how did Dominion become the target of all those wild election fraud claims? It all started when Trump and his buddies decided they needed someone to blame for their loss. And who better than a company with a name that sounds like it could be a Bond villain? Sidney Powell, Trump's legal eagle, started squawking about how Dominion machines were changing votes faster than Trump changes his story. Before you knew it, everyone from Fox News to your conspiracy-loving uncle on Facebook was spreading these tall tales.
It was pushed by none other than Sidney Powell, who claimed that Dominion machines somehow manipulated the results of the election in favor of Joe Biden.
The damage to Dominion was no joke. These guys went from being a boring voting machine company to public enemy #1 faster than you can say stop the steal. Their reputation took a nosedive, and their bank account was looking about as healthy as Trump's diet. It was like watching a nerd get shoved into a locker, except the locker was the entire internet.
It is the same batch of lies that we were served up in 2020. There's one that reemerged this week that I am honestly even a little surprised to see again.
But here's where things get juicy. Dominion, backed into a corner, decided it was time to fight back. They looked at the mountain of lies piling up and said, you know what? We're not gonna take this sitting down. It was like watching David pick up his slingshot, except instead of a slingshot, it was a stack of lawsuits taller than Trump's ego. The fraud claims were spreading faster than a rumor in a high school cafeteria. Social media was on fire, with people swearing they saw votes magically change from Trump to Biden. It was like a nationwide game of telephone, except instead of funny phrases, people were passing around conspiracy theories. So how did Dominion decide to fight back? They went full legal Rambo. They started firing off lawsuits like Trump fires off tweets. Their strategy? Sue anyone who looked at their voting machines? Funny. It was a bold move, but boy, did it pay off. Fox's talking heads might have been spinning, but their wallets were about to go on a dizzying ride of their own.
Republicans are moving in to investigate this software glitch called Dominion that actually changed thousands of votes from Trump to Biden.
Just how deep would the network have to dig to make this PR nightmare go away? Let's just say the number has more zeros than Trump's tax returns. Dominion came out swinging, accusing Fox News of knowingly spreading lies about their voting machines. They weren't just mad about a few offhand comments. We're talking about a full-blown campaign of misinformation. Fox had been pumping out more conspiracy theories than a bunch of stoners at a UFO convention, and Dominion was ready to make them pay.
They caught it. Now the same software also, quote, glitched in Georgia and was used in as many as 28 states.
They saw the Dominion machines change votes.
We have a machine, the Dominion machine, that's as filled with holes as Swiss cheese.
But Fox wasn't going down without a fight. They tried to hide behind the First Amendment, claiming they were just reporting on newsworthy allegations. Yeah, right. And I'm just reporting on the possibility that my dog is secretly a cat in disguise. Fox's defense was about as solid as a chocolate teapot in a heat wave. The evidence against Fox was more damning than a politician's search history. Turns out, Fox hosts were privately admitting the election fraud claims were as fake as Trump's tan. One host even called Sidney Powell's claims insane. But did they tell their viewers? Nope. They kept serving up lies like they were running an all-you-can-eat buffet of baloney. Here's where it gets really juicy. Fox executives and hosts were caught red-handed in emails and messages, basically admitting they knew the whole thing was a load of hogwash. But hey, why let a little thing like the truth get in the way of good ratings, right? They were more worried about losing viewers than losing their integrity. Spoiler alert, they ended up losing both. So how did the jury react to this mountain of evidence? Well, we never got to find out. Fox took one look at the case against them and decided to wave the white flag faster than you can say fake news. They agreed to cough up a whopping $787 million to settle the case. That's not just a slap on the wrist, that's a full body slam with a chair to the wallet. With Fox News out of the picture, you'd think the coast was clear for Dominion. But hold on to your ballots, folks, because Marjorie Taylor Greene just entered the chat.
It has been aggravatingly predictable. Donald Trump and his allies are attempting to run the same playbook that they attempted to run in the 2020 election.
What could make a politician risk tangling with a company that just took down a media giant? The answer might surprise you, or make you face palm so hard you'll need an ice pack. Enter Marjorie Taylor Greene, the queen of conspiracy theories herself. MTG decided to poke the bear by claiming that a Dominion machine in her Georgia district was playing switcheroo with votes. According to her, when a voter went to cast their ballot, the Dominion machine had switched by who? The Gaspacho police. Yes, you heard that right. Gaspacho police. I guess when you're serving up cold lies, you need some cold soup to go with it.
By who? The Gaspacho police? I mean, people voted for this woman. Thousands of people voted for this ham in a can come to life.
But Dominion wasn't about to let this half-baked claim slide. They fired back faster than you can say election integrity, shutting down MTG's accusations with the precision of a well-oiled voting machine. While Greene was busy spinning tales, Georgia election officials were quick to contradict her claims. They confirmed that yes, there was an issue with the Dominion machine, but it was resolved faster than MTG can spread misinformation on Twitter. And more importantly, it didn't indicate any widespread problems with the voting process. So what exactly was MTG accusing Dominion of? Well, apparently she thinks their machines are secretly changing votes like some kind of democracy-hating magician. It's as if she believes there's a tiny conspiracy theorist living inside each voting machine.
Hill County here in Georgia's 14th district, they went to vote and we have the Dominion machines. When this voter printed their ballot and they looked, it had changed.
Now, as you might also remember, those lies about Dominion spread like wildfire on Donald Trump's favorite cable news channel.
Frantically erasing and rewriting ballots. Maybe she thinks the Gaspacho police are behind it all, serving up a chilly bowl of election fraud. Dominion, however, wasn't having any of it. They responded with a point-by-point takedown of Greene's claims that was so thorough it could have been a masterclass in fact-checking. They pointed out that not only were her accusations baseless, but they were also potentially harmful to the democratic process.
Remember that one of the more outrageous lies that came out of the 2020 election was that the company Dominion Voting Systems was part of a plot to rig the election.
It's almost like Dominion was saying, listen, MTG, we've already dealt with one fox. We're not afraid of a few more chickens in the henhouse. So how will Dominion respond legally to these new claims? Well, they haven't slapped MTG with a lawsuit yet, but they've made it crystal clear that they're not afraid to take legal action if necessary. It's like they're standing there, lawsuit in hand, giving MTG the, "Are you sure you want to do this?" Look, the company that just made Fox News cough up nearly $1 billion isn't likely to back down from a fight with a single congresswoman. Think Dominion's done after taking down Fox News? Think again, they're on a roll and they're not stopping at MTG. Who else is in their crosshairs, and why are politicians suddenly sweating bullets over their Twitter feeds? Dominion's not messing around anymore. They've gone from being the punching bag of election conspiracy theories to the new tough guy on the block. It's like watching a nerdy kid in high school suddenly become the school's heavyweight champion.
It was not Donald Trump. It was not me, and it was not the other ones they had voted for. It had switched.
This crazy person came from inside the house. What kind of behavior? She's acting like such a child. Matt Gaetz just asked her out on a date.
Unexpected, but oh so satisfying. So who else is on Dominion's hit list? Well, let's just say Newsmax and One America News, OAN, might want to start checking their mailboxes for some legal love letters. These guys thought they could keep spreading lies about Dominion's machines like it was a game of telephone at a kindergarten party. but Dominion's not playing nice anymore. They're suing these networks faster than Trump can say fake news. But wait, there's more. Remember Mike Lindell, the MyPillow guy? Well, he might need more than a pillow to cry into. Dominion's coming after him too, along with Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani. It's like a who's who of election conspiracy theorists, and Dominion's playing a game of legal whack-a-mole with all of them. Now, you might be wondering, what's Dominion's endgame here? Well, it's simple. They're not just protecting their reputation, they're becoming the unlikely defenders of election integrity. It's like watching Batman emerge from the shadows, except instead of a cape, they're wearing lawyer suits. But here's where it gets really interesting. How might this affect the 2024 election? Well, let's just say politicians might think twice before spouting off about rigged voting machines. It's like Dominion's created a new sport, extreme fact-checking. The rules are simple: lie about elections, and you might need to empty your wallet. And Dominion's not just changing the game, they're flipping the whole board. They've gone from being the subject of conspiracy theories to the ones busting them. It's like watching a plot twist in a political thriller, except this time the voting machine company is the hero.